Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with Barry McGuigan. Barry, that looked about as a complete performance that we've seen from Adam Azim there in the ring. Talk me through it.
Well, I mean, he probably could have got him out of there 2 or 3 rounds earlier, Eamon, but we were delighted with the extra rounds he gets, especially if he's not getting beat up or getting hurt. But he looked spectacular, and I thought the way, Adam Azim of a year ago would have outpointed Ohara Davies, would have gone 10 rounds, undoubtedly. No, he didn't. Now he can hunt you down. Now he can walk you down, hit you at short range, put a combination on you, then hit you with a second phase and get you out of it. And that's exactly what he done. He's a spiteful, nasty puncher. He's learning to fight at close range, which is great. That's the all-round fighter we want. And experience like this is absolutely invaluable. If he'd got him out of there in 5 rounds, we probably would have been slightly disappointed in that. We wanted to show his complete authority, complete control, and that's what he showed. And he's getting better and better all the time. And if for example Ohara Davies had been nailing him with right hands as he walked in or whatever, he would have changed. He would have reverted back to that jab, hunting him down with the jab. But he's a guy that can fight aggressively, can fight on the back foot, can throw combinations after combinations. He can hit you with a single shot. Good to see him, mate. And I just think his potential is very, very good.
Was there any conversation in the gym as to how to deal with this fight specifically for Adam, because it was an old friend of his, someone that he'd seen coming through the gym, and handling that because everyone else had been an enemy that he's faced before, but this was a friend?
There are no friends in this business. I mean, with the greatest of respect, you can have respect for people and appreciate them and everything else. But, if somebody's in your weight division and wants what you want, he's the enemy. And I don't mean that in a nasty, vindictive or horrible way. But when that bell rings, I want to tear your head off. And that's exactly the attitude that Adam has. He's a lovely kid, but when he gets in that ring, he is brutal and he's ruthless and he's relentless. And he's getting better, fighting aggressively. And he's still got that jab. If he wants to get up on the toes and run around that ring and move, he can do that as well. He's a spectacularly talented kid. Again, as I say, he probably could have got him out of there 2 or 3 rounds earlier if he'd have been relentless and just followed up one phase of attack after another. But we're delighted with that performance because, some person said to me, he's, Ohara Davies is a world-class fighter. He's not a world-class fighter. He's a very good, he may be European level and, at the highest level of that. And he's dangerous enough to knock anybody out as we've seen in the past. But, we had an experience with him from years gone by with Josh Taylor, so we knew all about him and we knew the sort of style that he has, and their team were sort of shouting expletives at us and wearing a Carl Frampton t-shirt, as if that's going to upset us and annoy us. We know what we're doing. We're good at what we do. We're not good. It sounds bumptious, but we're absolutely excellent at it. And we know we can maximise Adam's potential, and we just need time. And nobody and no bullshit from other promoters or anything else is going to change that. We will make the decisions and choose fights for him at the appropriate time when we know and we feel that he's ready. But he's got so much talent. He's got the huge British Pakistani community to tap into. And honestly, this kid is really, really good. And he's from a fabulous family. Dad Azim, brother Hassan. There's 8 children. Mum is a beautiful, lovely woman. Dad is just a fantastic guy. It's just a great story. It's just a really great story. And the Pakistani community is like the Irish community. We've been coming here for hundreds of years, and I just think it's a great story, and he's a great talent, and he's going to go on to bigger and better things.
Barry, in terms of the gym, CBS getting ready for Zurdo Ramirez. Yeah. How's he looking for that fight with Zurdo?
Yeah, he's been looking really good. It's it's a slog. He's been in one tough fight after another. He's prepared long and hard for all these fights, and it takes a lot out of you. He's away from his family, from his lovely wife Mia and little baby Frank. So it's tough. And, sometimes he feels a bit down in the mouth and we have to sort of give him a kick up the backside and say, listen, this is what it is. So, but he's looking great in training. He is training relentlessly. He is a consummate professional. He will be ready, and I feel he will beat I think he will beat Zuru Ramirez and beat him comprehensively, and I think he will go on. And I genuinely think he will beat Jai Opetaia as well. Look, we watched Opetaia, I against the Manchester guy whose name defeats me at the moment, Jack Nassy, and yes, he looked impressive, but honestly, Jack Nassy beat CBS as an amateur, so the difference is that he's been trained by experts. He has a phenomenal appetite for the game. He's very bright and intelligent. He works ridiculously hard, and he's got a great relationship with Shane, and they work out tactics. And nobody thought he'd beat Lawrence Okoli. Lawrence Okoli certainly didn't think it when he offered him the chance to fight for the title. So CBS is full of surprises, and so don't be surprised if he unifies the title before he hangs up the gloves.
Beterbiev was talking about, after the victory over Bivol, the potential of the rematch or stepping up to cruiserweight. What of the prospect of Beterbiev versus Crispin Smith, who might be unified champion by the time that rolls round?
I don't know. You never, in this business, Eamon, you never look too far ahead. But we're just one fight at a time, one opportunity at a time. Get your man ready, do the job, and get him into the best shape he can be. Work him really hard in the gym. Work relentlessly, work out your tactics, and then get on with it.
Barry, pick your thoughts on a couple of things. First of all, the heavyweight division. Daniel Dubois, resounding victory against Anthony Joshua. Talk of a rematch between the two, but that seems a little bit more distance than it did a week or so ago. But that performance against Anthony Joshua was emphatic. What next for Dubois, and what do you think of that fight with Joshua?
I genuinely think it happens sooner in the rematch. If Anthony has a rematch with Dubois, I think Dubois will knock him out earlier in the fight. I just think Anthony's an incredible fighter, had incredible success. I think he should get out with his faculties intact, and he doesn't need to fight anymore. He's earned a ridiculous amount of money. He can live a lovely life, and he doesn't need to fight anymore. And I think he's doing himself an injustice by fighting again, because there's only one fighter on the way up and one fighter on the way down. And Dubois is a very, very dangerous fighter, and he's getting better and improving. He won his world title under our auspices. There was a family bust up, and he walked out and he done his own thing. But he's, you can see he's making incremental improvements all the time. And I think Anthony should pack in. He doesn't need to fight anymore. He should just hang up the gloves. And I mean that with the greatest of respect.
I think the industry will give Don Charles the credit he deserves for helping guide Dubois to that victory over AJ?
Don Charles is a lovely guy and a fine trainer. And I think his relationship with Dubois can only improve things.
Tyson Fury said that he was in fine fettle for the first fight with Alexander Usyk, but that wasn't him. He needs to be heavier and then go for the attack with Usyk. You feel that's the same way a heavier Fury might have more success against Usyk second time around?
I just don't think whatever way he prepares for the fight, it won't make him put him into a position to beat. Usyk beats him every day of the week and twice on Sunday. He stops him in the next fight. I don't think, to be perfectly honest, I thought the referee done Fury a favour, because I thought he had him gone, and the referee jumped in the way, and it was coming to the end of the round. All Usyk needed was another 5 seconds, and he would have got him out of there. I think he gets him out of there this time, and I don't think Fury being heavier will make a blind bit of difference. I think it's the same result, only this time, as I say, Usyk by knockout.
Last thing, I don't know if you saw, well, you must have seen the fight between Whittaker and Cameron. A lot of kind of debate and controversy as to how that fight ended. What did you see through your eye? What
I saw was a guy ill-prepared. I mean, and I don't want to take anything away from Liam Cameron. Sure. Liam Cameron won the national title the year that Shane won the senior novices. And a Sheffield lad, he's had a very tough life, and with all of the stuff that people know about in boxing, and I wish him the very best of luck in the future. Delighted that he's got a promotional deal with Frank Warren. That can be nothing but helpful to him. Whittaker, I don't think he was ready for the fight. I just don't think he trained hard enough, and he's got to start taking his career very seriously if he wants to produce the results that he's well capable of. He's got to take it very seriously, and but I genuinely believe a well-conditioned and prepared Ben Whittaker beats Liam Cameron every day of the week.
All right, pleasure's all mine. Thank you for the second out, sir.
Thank you,